Hello everybody, I just wanted to do a quick review on this particular watch. This watch, I got it from eBay about 2 weeks ago, and I was kind of trying out for a little bit to see if it was worth doing a review, and I feel like it's totally worth doing a review, so I'm going to kick it off. So this is Certina DS Trust, I believe that's what it's called. It's made out of titanium. It's a square watch. I was looking for a square watch for a while. So if you look at my past reviews of watch videos, I bought a couple of Brew. One was a 42 and one was a 38, I believe. But still, I felt like they were a little bit too big. Now, this particular watch, Certina, is a titanium. It's a quartz movement, so it's way thinner. It's around, I think, 8.6 millimeters thin. And then the diameter of this particular watch is actually 34. So I saw this watch at one of Random Rob's videos. So he did a quick review of it. And he just kind of put it around the wrist. And when he put it around the wrist, it looked really, really good. So I was just like, what is this particular watch? Because I always wanted a square watch. And then when I figured that it was a 34, I felt like it was going to be too small for my wrist, but upon wearing it, this is perfect. So this square watch, even though the dimensions are 34, I'll bust out my calipers in a second and just kind of measure for you guys, just to make sure that it is 34. It looks like a 39 or a 40. So let me grab my calipers and kind of show it to you. There, so as you can see, it's just a little bit over 34 millimeters. Now, when you get this watch and you come, like you see it out of the box, it's gonna look like a 39 or 40. A good comparison would be my Longines Hydroconquest. Now, this is the older version. That's a 39 millimeter. Obviously, because of the designs and the numerals around the hour markers, I think this is a really good comparison. Take a look at those two watches side by side. This is a 39 and this is a 34. They look pretty much identical. If anything, I feel like from a naked eye, this one looks a little bit bigger than the 39. And this is truly a 39. And the fact that this is a 34, and if you're worried about the fact that, oh, 34 might be a little bit too small for me, the square design pretty much makes it look like it's a 39 or a 40. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Now, for a person with a wrist size that are below 7 inches, and you are looking for a square watch that'll kind of fit within your wrist, this is definitely a one to go. Let me put it around my wrist because it's already sized and kind of show it to you. So as you can see, that's how it kind of looks around my wrist. It's ultra thin. There's a curvature that kind of happens around the lugs. I don't know if I could show it to you on this particular video, but as you can see, that's a 34, around a 6.5 inch wrist. It does not look like a 34, and I feel like it's a perfect size for anybody who's looking for a square watch who has a wrist size of 7 inches or lower. Now, let me kind of talk about some of the cons that I feel as though I have with this particular watch. Now, you could find it at Jump Shop. I think you could find it at Amazon still for around just a little bit over 200 bucks. I think the retail price is going around like 230 or something like that with taxes. So ultimately, you're probably going to end up paying somewhere around 250 for this. The cons of it, it's a quartz movement that really doesn't bother me too much. It's just the hands. I feel like it's a little bit toyish. The white second hand, as well as just the hands in general, I just feel the quality of materials that you get for this watch, it just looks cheap. Now, compared to something like, obviously this is, I don't know, maybe 5 times more expensive, but you can see the difference as far as the quality of the hands. And because of the fact that you're looking directly at the dial, and then that white second hand is really, it bugs me. I wish they would have used more of a metallic second hand, but it's a $200 or $250 watch, so I don't know what you're exactly expecting, but that stands out to me as one of the negatives. The other negative that I have is it's a butterfly clasp. So not just this watch, but any watch with a butterfly clasp, you're going to get into a situation where you might be in a no man's land when it comes to sizing, and you can't really do too much about it. Fortunately for me, on this particular watch, I was able to size it to where it kind of fits my wrist perfectly. But since it's a butterfly clasp, it's going to be on a person by person basis. So you might get stuck in that no man's land where it might be too tight. And if you size it up a little bit, it might be too small. So that's another negative. The other negative that I have, it's probably the final negative, has to do with the fact that I had a phone call. So for this particular watch, the final negative has to do with the fact that it's a 21 millimeters when it comes to lug width. I would prefer that it be a 20 because I really am a big fan of, I think it's Glashute Original 1970. It's a square watch, but it's a 42 millimeter, and obviously it's I think it's like $14,000 or something like that. So a little bit, I'm not willing to spend that. I don't like it that much. This is I guess a little bit of a knockoff version that I could kind of wear it around my wrist, but it's in the dimensions that I really like. However, one of the things I really like about that Glashute Original 1970 is that sometimes it comes with a heavily tapered watch strap, leather watch strap, and I feel like it looks great. For this one, I wanted to try something out. I have a whole bunch of watch straps laying around, not many at this 21 millimeter lug width. That's negative for me as well. So the three negatives are butterfly clasp, the 21 millimeter lug width, as well as the fact that when you visually look at it, that second hand, the fact that it's white and basically looks fairly cheap and it just stands out right off the bat, that's a negative for me. But otherwise, for let's say for $250, a titanium watch that you can put it around your wrist and have a, you know, more of a distinguished look, and for a smaller wrist size like myself, I think this watch is a no-brainer. It just looks classy. I get some comments on it because people usually have not seen a square watches around besides the Apple Watch. And if you're worried about the fact that, you know, this is a 34 millimeter width and it's going to look too small on you, I mean, look at it. Let me just kind of go over the video and just kind of see that it does not look like a 34. It actually looks like a 38 or a 39, in my personal opinion. And in fact, in actuality, it looks a little bit bigger. This is a 39. This one looks like a 40 to me. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you folks later.